Alrighty, welcome back. Another episode of Post-Fades and Cheesesteaks. Today we'll be doing top 10 running backs heading to the 2025 season. Got myself Dakota, Tim, and our expert, Derrick Henry enthusiast.
The expert.
Mr. Fluri, how are we?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm ready to make you guys look like fools like usual.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Because that's always how it goes.
I actually have this always penciled in. It's like, all right, well, listen to slander from Flurry about Derrick Henry falling off again, which won't happen.
That's going to be tough to defend this year.
This year's it's kind of sad. Poor went out to Najee Harris, who's definitely no longer a top 10 running back.
You don't know that for sure.
Yeah. And then we get to hear Dakota tell us about praise a guy that we had high on our list last year, and he's a year late on. So love to see where Kyron Williams.
That's par for the course.
Yeah. So we're excited to see Derrick Henry unranked, Najee Harris maybe on the list, who knows, and Kyron Williams, getting his flowers from Dakota. But it's important.
So yeah, we'll do obviously cap it off with our honorable mentions. I have a little twist on mine this time. So in order to be a little more quick with it, I did have three, but each one's getting 3 words, and I'm not saying anything else. 3-word description for all 3. So
okay.
Talk about lazy. God, you can't even give us double.
You know how much thought went into like, how do I describe these players?
Really?
But as always,
only you could struggle this much on 9 words.
Yeah, well, the guest always goes first. So, Flurry, do you have an honorable mention? Is it Derrick Henry? Is it Saquon Barkley? What are we working with?
I really wanted to have Derrick Henry as my honorable mention, but I couldn't do it this year, man.
Fighting demons.
Yeah, I got 3. Dude, this list was tough. My number 10, I actually changed a couple times. But my 3 are Alvin Kamara, who's still solid. He's on the back 9 of his career, but I mean, I don't know how he's still doing it. Definitely still a factor in both the running and passing game. And then I got Kenneth Walker, who I love, but he's just kind of injury prone. I love his play. I love him as a running back. When you look at the eye test, he's a baller, dude. He just can't stay healthy, unfortunately. So we'll see how he does this year. And then my third honorable mention is I had him as my number 10, and I had to switch him out. But I got Jonathan Taylor, and
wow.
I'm hoping.
Okay.
I want to see him regain his composure back when Dakota didn't believe in him when he ran for like 2,000 yards. But me and Timo were on board. I want to see him get back to that level of play. I just couldn't put him in the top 10 this year, but he was my number 10 before I switched him out.
Well, we'll make sure to send him a letter so he knows that you got his back.
You should.
I mean, you're talking about a guy that was over 14 yards rushing and had 11 touchdowns. Did you just I can put him out and mention, then, throw out Dakota being a fool 3 years ago and
Yes.
Sneak it under the door?
I thought you'd have my back for sure on that one, Timo.
I was shocked. It's like, double-digit touchdowns and over 1,400 yards doesn't do it for you. That's shocking. In 14 games. Dude,
he finished
1,400 in 14 games.
Finished 4th in rushing yards, 4.7 yards per attempt.
I mean,
I had him as my number 10. I don't know, man. I guess I'm still looking at his previous seasons thinking he's not back to
Dude, he averaged 102 yards per game. If he played all 17 games, you're looking at like an 1,800-yard rusher.
You're not lying.
All right. Well, I didn't know if you had a calculator on hand. I thought maybe this was just a math problem.
That might be it too, actually. Math's not my
fair. I mean, I guess that would be over his 1,800 yards that Dakota didn't want to put him in the top 10. So maybe there is thinking behind that one.
Dakota's rubbing off on me after all these years, bro.
Whoa.
The fact that we already have a locked in, bona fide, easy top 10 running back in your honorable mentions makes me think that Jalen Warren is in this top 10. Or you maybe do it one more time and find Najee Harris.
Is he even going to start? They drafted that rookie. I think Johnson or whatever. He might.
Jalen's a starter.
Okay. All right. I'm going to piggyback off your honorable mentions because I actually have 2 out of the 3 that you mentioned.
Oh my God, this is Jonathan Taylor. I'm leaving.
Can you imagine? End the call. So I'll do the one that wasn't mentioned. I have James Conner, who I think
that's a good one.
Super underrated. Like he exploded out on the scene in well, actually, you know what? Let me stop because I said
this is more than 3 words.
I said you know what? I got excited. All right, so James Conner, tough, reliable and consistent. All
It
right.
sounds like an F-150 ad.
Hey man, built for tough.
Oh, yo, I forgot to do this. What's the phone?
You
What's
know
on
what? He
TV
is
right now?
built for. I mean, he's a tank. He's gritty. You know.
Yeah, that
All
sounds
right.
like I put ESPN on it. It wasn't on by the time we started this. I had to stick with what I got.
And Kenneth Walker,
Hmm.
explosive, home run,
No
but
doubt.
injury. You know, gotta worry about that.
That could be like a commercial preparation H.
Yeah,
That's, the home run will be a tough sell, but I think we
yeah.
could
It's like
bat.
those pill commercials where they're like list all
Yeah,
the great benefits and they're like you could die, but you know
yeah.
it's for a good time. And then Alvin Kamara, elusive, dual threat, smooth. So
That was lube. That's what I was getting out of that. It's
mm.
the dual threat elusiveness that I think that's
So
like
I
a him and
really
her kind
just
of thing.
encapsulated like the male demographic of what you target. You got trucks, you got the get it up pill, and then the lube. So we're
To be
good.
fair, it is
You
a
cover the
football
bases there,
podcast.
dude.
Yeah. Know your audience, right? All right. Well, I have two honorable mentions. Jonathan Taylor is not on mine, but
Hmm.
I'm going with an old, reliable, steady guy. Found a new team this year. We're going with Aaron Jones.
Okay.
So he's 30, so naturally he's probably going to be dead next year, going off of Fluri's ratings.
Yeah. He's
But
already dead to me, basically.
Yeah, he's not. Wasn't even mentioned. He's done.
Mr. Consistent gave you another like 1100, a little bit through the air. Would
Mm.
have liked to see more touchdowns, but big part of that Vikings offense that had a lot of success this year. And then this was the guy I really wanted to find a way to put him up higher. He's so good. I think he's going to explode this year. I went with Bucky Irvin.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Dude, I
I
mean, in 1100 yards, but
yeah.
ignore the 1100 yards. Factor in he did it in 3 starts. He played all 70 games, but only started 3. He only had 207 attempts. It's a 5.4 clip per reception or
Mm.
per rush. He's got the hands, 47, 400 receiving. This guy's like the young Alvin Kamara. We'll see if he can live up to those heights, but he's got those traits. I'm excited, but I
Oh,
really
yeah.
wanted to get him in there. I just couldn't find the spot.
I respect that.
I considered him, but he didn't make my list in any capacity. So, um, what else did you say?
Aaron Jones, your boy.
Oh yeah. I've
Actually,
always been a big Aaron Jones defender, but
oh, you love them. I'm gonna, because this is a perfect transition, especially since you
no, I
both
wasn't done
showed your
talking.
cards.
Yeah,
So I'm just gonna take over and go number 10 because I
classic.
had Alvin Kamara number 10.
Okay,
Okay.
he was my 11. I was fighting to put him on a
I
10,
was
but
surprised to see. I mean, you know what? It was a quick switch between Bucky Irvin and Kamara because I
mm,
really like Irvin, but as I said, like I think Kamara's ceiling. You
mm.
can't have him take Kamara's spot, and I really don't think Kamara's really dropped off all that much. I think he's just
I think the Saints
stuck
just
in a
suck.
black hole
That's
of just
true.
Yeah,
mediocrity.
Kamara is surprisingly still got
like
it, man.
1,500 total yards from scrimmage at his
That's what I
age with
mean.
that offense.
I mean, he had 950 yards rushing, but he only played 14 games. I know he
Yeah.
hasn't done 1,000 yards yet, but he still gave you 8 touchdowns, 500 through the yard. Like the numbers, when you look at the rest of his years through in his career compared to what he did this year, they're not that far off.
Yeah.
And if you factor in, he does it with, Derek Carr was broken. Chris Olave is always hurt.
Mhm.
And outside
Yeah.
that, I don't think I can name another Saints skill player. The team is just a disaster. Offensive play calling was horrible. The offensive line is not very good. The team stinks. They're
Mm.
never leading, so he can never really run the ball. I don't even know.
They're in for another bad year, dude.
Oh, that franchise is like doomed. I don't know when that'll happen, but they're just like already $80 million over the salary cap, probably. And yeah, I don't know. He's also a guy. I think the theme of the running back list, I don't know what your guys' list looks like. I only had 2 players that didn't make the playoffs last year on my list.
Hmm.
Alvin Kamara being one of them. But the running backs, I think, have the resurgence because good teams are realizing that the running back is like the X factor. The Eagles, perfect example. A team that was a playoff team, easily a contender, and they went and just dominated this year once they got Barkley.
Yeah, it's funny. The
Henry,
running back position was getting downgraded for years.
Mhm.
Now they're
people
making a
got
comeback.
people got lost in the fact that like, oh, Super Bowl winners don't need running backs to draft that high, this and that. And like, fine, but if you are a good team, getting a good running back elevates you. If you're a bad
Sure.
team, having a good running back is almost pointless.
Sure.
Because, like, it's not your building block. It is the whipped cream on top of the sundae. It's
I
not the
mean,
ice cream that makes it good, but who doesn't
You
love a
need a
good
good O
whipped cream?
line first.
yeah.
You need a good passing game usually, like, or at least competent passing game.
I mean, yeah, I
Um,
think the Eagles definitely made that an apparent thing. If you have the
For
building
sure.
blocks, you just insert an elite talent, and
Put him over
then
the top. Yep.
like
oh yeah,
imagine
I
Alvin
mean,
Kamara on the behind the Eagles line. Like
oh, they'd be amazing. The dual
he
threat he
would
would
get
get.
he would get 2,000 yards.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
I mean, Kamara he's a top 10 talent. He's probably a top 5 talent, but
Yeah,
Right.
he's a stretch 10 considering he plays in a black hole that will never do anything.
yeah.
It's a
And
shame.
this year will probably be rough again for him. So who knows? Maybe he gets traded and he's on a different team next year.
I don't know. Is Spencer Rattler starting? If so, yeah, he's in for a
No,
rough.
they got like the 30-year-old. It's ruptured all 3 of his shoulders.
Who, Carr?
No, the rookie they just drafted, Slough.
They drafted a 30-year-old rookie.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like Braden Whedon, but his shoulders don't work.
Oh my God, Brandon Weeden. Brandon Weeden get mentioned in a running back episode is hilarious.
Hey man, he deserves it. Shout out.
Shout out Brandon Weeden. All right. Well, normally the guests go first, but Flurry, he wanted
It
to
was the
stay first.
perfect
So
transition. Did you see that? That was pretty
inconsiderate.
impressive.
I don't know if that was a perfect transition. My
It really
transition
wasn't,
would have
man.
been better actually.
Mm.
Had you just let me continue, Timo.
Please,
My
go
number
ahead.
10 is Bucky Irving, which would have
Oh
been
wow, look at that. A little
whatever.
slip swap.
Timo
That was
ruined
my
it. It's all
fault.
right.
Yeah,
We'll try to move
I
past
did
that.
drop the ball on that one. That was pretty bad.
Again, like I had Bucky Irving as an honorable mention initially, and I had to throw him in. I just think he's going to have a great 2025. 5.4 clip, 8 touchdowns. He, for some reason, he's not like super explosive. He's not super strong, but he's just like almost like an Arian Foster, just really knows how to hit the hole. I expect him to take a leap forward this year.
I agree with you there. Like I mean, we just flip-flopped because I think you have a bigger outlook in 25 for Irving, which I think you're 100% right about. We just talked about the black hole Kamara plays in, but it's the 3 starts. I said impressive, but he's not going to surprise anyone. Every defensive coach will know about him. They will know to stop him. I feel like I had Rashad White and Irvin on my fantasy team, and I
I
just felt
was
like I couldn't play the right one.
Yeah.
Baker's taking a step forward in his career too. I think it's going to help Irving.
The offense will be better. I just think Irvin's going to be the number 1 guy, and people will catch on to it. Kamara's
yeah.
been there, done that. Number
I
1
was
guy.
gonna say I had Rashad White on fantasy last year, and he was like messing me up because I thought he was the starter, and then like you said, Bucky Irvin didn't only started 3 games, but he was getting all the touches.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I trust Tampa to figure out who's getting the ball, but I do think he is a
Bucky
top
Irvin's the
10
guy.
lingering talent, especially when you can catch and run the ball. The dual threats are always impressive, but mostly I think he's like I said, he would have been my next honorable mention, but just he was a rookie, so I want to give him some time to see if he solidifies that role and how he approaches this year. But um, so another somewhat not a smooth transition, but a transition. Uh, a guy that I wasn't high on last year that I had to listen to Tim brag about how he's the 4th best running back in the league. Um, so I'll give him some flowers. I'll put Kyron Williams here at number 10.
Oh, there we go.
I think
All we need is a Nahi Harris reference and Derrick
then we're
Henry
golden.
slander.
And then we're back on
we
track,
got the
baby.
3.
Back on track.
We got the 3.
But I mean, he was given the ball. I mean, 4.1 yards per attempt. I'm not like that doesn't excite me. 14 touchdowns is great, obviously, or just about 1,300 rushing yards. But I don't know. I just think the Rams do have a pretty solid line. They have good players around him. It benefits him a little bit. I think he is talent-wise top 10. But from what I was hearing last year and his performance to then like a kind of like he was more of a workhorse, but the production wasn't always there every game. So I think like back end of the top 10 is kind of where he is at right now. So I have him at 10.
I mean, you're a year too late, but that's okay.
Sure.
That's okay.
I'll admit it. Like, obviously, I have him in my top 10. He's not number 4. I don't because, I mean, I wouldn't even say it was against what he did. I mean, you have 2 guys like I don't think Robinson or Gibbs were in my top 10 last year, and obviously they're going to be significantly higher this year. So it was the big jump up that kind of really pushed him down because he had very similar numbers to the year before. which we tried telling you, Dakota, but you just weren't
You didn't
believing our
have Bijan
words.
Robinson in your top 10 last year?
Off the top of my head, I don't. I feel like I didn't.
Hmm. I think
Oh
I
no,
had
I
him
lied.
back
No,
in.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hit him at 6 actually.
Yeah, I think I had him at like 7 or something last year.
We can't trust your opinion.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, no, I think reliable choices so far. My number 9, going with a guy who is in a contract dispute right now, which is like kind of becoming
Hmm.
anonymous with the running back group. Like we
Okay.
said, no one wants to. What would you say? No one wants to pay running backs, and now we're having the resurgence. You're seeing
Hmm.
guys like Henry, Barkley get paid. But I went with James Cook here.
I also have
Okay.
James Cook at number 9.
Wow, look at you jumping the gun.
I also have James Cook at number 9.
Oh, wow, a trifecta.
Wow. All
Oh,
right. Well, listen,
man.
let's get back on track. So we'll let the guests go first because I know I threw off the order.
Well, I mean, Cook at 4.9 yards a carry, he had 16 touchdowns.
It's crazy.
I want to put him higher. And when you see him run the ball, I don't want to sound blasphemous, but he looks like Barry Sanders sometimes, bro. The
That's a
way
little
he,
blasphemous.
some of his body mechanics, the way he can get low on those cuts, I'm telling you, man, I haven't seen a running back be able to do that in my lifetime. But the only thing is, Ray Davis is kind of a bowling ball. I think he's going to eat into his touches again this year. So I would put him higher, but I think those touches are going to be more split. So it's not going to lead to the kind of numbers that he's capable of.
He's
I
probably, to cut you off, Tim, he's probably the running back on my list that surprised me the most in the fact that I did not think he was going to have this jump. Because obviously his brother Dalvin Cook was a pretty good running back when he was, healthy in Minnesota. But then I just thought James Cook was always just going to be like, you're that second string backup guy, but he really took the reins. And I think Buffalo does have a good line, but Josh Allen's production was down because they trusted him to run the ball. And he did phenomenal. Like you said, led the league in touchdowns, and rush touchdowns. But I think they'll continue as long as the contract shit gets figured out. Um, I do have Ray Davis stashed in my dynasty league, so just in
Nice.
case. But
Just
no, I like him. I think that I'm glad we're all in the agreement here at number 9. So because it's probably gonna get dicey the later we go here. But
oh, it
That's
will.
fair. I'm pretty surprised that we were all in unison on here.
yeah,
That's not good.
But
That's not good.
it's kind of refreshing, Well, when we started with
I don't know
Jonathan
if I
Taylor
like
outside the
it.
top 10, yeah, I was like, oh boy, we're in for a long day here. Um, but yeah, no, James Cook's numbers, like just breaking 1,000, is so deceiving because the guy
Oh
is
yeah, I
so
agree.
efficient. They just didn't really use him all that much. I mean,
They would
he
take
was
him
a
out on third down.
4.9 yard average on
Yeah,
every handoff. Like you're talking about nearly a 5 a clip with 16 touchdowns.
they.
Hmm.
The guy, the guy's a baller. He just doesn't get the ball as much as he should. I mean, premier running backs are doing what, like 300 carries? He had
Yeah.
barely just over 200.
So he had 1,000 rushing yards and 16 tutties, and according to PFF, he only played 47.5% of the Bills' offensive snaps.
Yeah,
That's wild.
it was a weird, and I mean that was part of the reason I really liked him last year was like the offense changed.
Mm,
Because then people were talking about it was the whole drama with Diggs, and Diggs was mad because he wasn't getting his receptions toward the end of the season. But it was like the Bills changed offenses. They were running the ball a lot more,
yeah.
and they weren't throwing it as much. And Cook was a big benefactor to that, and they still ran the ball pretty well. It's just, Ray Davis was there. They kind of spread the ball a little bit more and
Mm,
different options.
I like Ray
And
Davis, man. He's just like a hard nosed running back, man.
yeah.
I know. And
He's
I
a
mean, Josh
bruiser.
Allen took 100 carries away from him as well.
That's true too. Yeah.
I think they trusted him a little bit more running the ball, since he wasn't turning it over the ball as much. But James Cook is a guy. If you get like 50 more carries from him, his numbers I think would just blow up. It's
Hmm.
just, especially in this offense where the line is really good. Josh Allen's obviously amazing. There is no receiving threats really anywhere. I'm surprised you don't see him more active, but we'll see. I think he will continue going forward, but I mean, he's top 10 talent easy, but maybe, I mean, he can't get in the top 5 until you start seeing top 5 production or attempts at
Sure.
least.
Mm.
But the guy's a stud. Interesting to see how the contract lingers, because I think they desperately need him. They really have no one on offense. They can't risk him not being there the whole time.
All right. Flurry, who is your number 8?
For number 8, I got Devon A Chain.
Hmm.
Oh wow, all the love
Okay.
for A-Chain.
I
Okay.
love A Chain. I mean, his stats, he had 1,400 total yards. He had 12 total touchdowns. What's holding him back is his size and durability. I don't know if he
The
can handle
Dolphins.
whoa, yeah, that too. I don't know if he can handle a full workload. Like, I don't know if he'll ever get 300 carries in a season.
That's kind of where
So
I'm at.
he's an amazing talent. I love watching him play. Super explosive. But again, it's his size and the durability in relation to that size. I don't know if he'll ever,
Yeah,
you know
him
what I mean?
and him and Bucky Irving, I kind of have in the same pool where like neither of them made my list, but I think they both have like such high ceilings, but it's hard to really evaluate in those offenses that they're in, like how they're gonna be able to like survive. So I don't know. I think he's the talent's definitely there, but he did not make my list.
I think I like Devin A-Chain a lot. I think it's insane you put him above Jonathan Taylor. Like
It might be.
That is kind of
A-Chain,
wild, yeah.
you just told me all the reasons why he's not a feature like three down back, and you're not wrong about any of them. Jonathan Taylor is every reason that David A-Chain is not a three down back. He is in like top five fashion. A-Chain's guy, like he's great. He's not durable enough to run to be like a Gibbs or Kamara. He's more in that role, like where it's not like a Sonic and whatever the dude is, lightning or
Knuckles.
thunder or whatever. Like he is raindrops. Like there's thunder, lightning, and then raindrops. Don't get me wrong, he's really good, but
What?
he needs a lot around him to keep him going.
Well, his receiving threat is also, I mean, he's an amazing receiver out of the backfield.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, but listen, I love A-Chain. He's
He's
like a
he
complimented.
just strikes me more of like as a gadget player than
Yeah,
like a three
exactly.
down back.
Oh,
So
without a doubt. He's more gadget flex.
yeah.
I'd see him more in the slot, like slot wide receiver mixed in with running back, mixed in with just flex guy. But yeah, no, it's top 10 running back is insane for him.
I wouldn't say
I
insane,
disagree.
but
Okay, anything over Jonathan Taylor is insane. You can have him at 15 and Taylor at 16, and I'm 1 and 2. That is the insane part.
all right. So that was your 8. I'll do mine. So I have um a guy I'm a big fan of, new team this past season. I've always liked his style, and he really gave them some consistency at the position. We'll see with their line how he's gonna do this year. Um, and they have a kind of a crowded running back room now because Nick Chubb's over there. But I have Joe Mixon. It's my number 8. The dude's just been pure consistency.
Ooh.
I know you hate him. But I mean, another season with 1,000 yards. He had 10 touchdowns. He's a three down back for them. One of the few remaining, I think, old school running backs that will literally like put you in the ground. Like he'll lower his shoulders, he'll get down and knock you over, and he'll fight for every single yard. Um, he actually the last 3 seasons, he's ranked top 6 in both receptions and receiving yards for running backs. And I feel like people don't realize that he's also a bit of a dual threat. And he can block. You know, he's not the best, but he gets out there and does it. I think he's a great overall running back. He's never quite been like top 5 talent, but I think he's been super, super consistent throughout his career between Cincinnati and now Houston. So Joe Mixon, big fan of his, number 8.
Fair enough. He's like hanging on by top
Yeah,
10 relevancy.
yeah.
A resurgence isn't impossible. The Texans' offense in general, I think it needs a resurgence.
Mm.
So we'll see what happens. They're kind of at a crossroads. But it also wouldn't see me that just see them throw the ball 500 times this
Yeah, I
year.
mean their line was a little I mean 4.1 yards per carry isn't great, but like he was literally digging for every yard because that line had I mean Stroud was running for his life. So
Yeah, that's true.
we'll see what how they fare, but
So I'm gonna go here. My number 8 is actually someone you had already touched on. So I'm going with Kyron Williams.
hmm.
Guy, obviously, I was correct in saying was a top 10 running back
Well
last
8
year.
8 and 4 are pretty that's a pretty
Oh,
that's like Earth to the moon. Like that's
okay.
some space.
I don't know about that, but I mean, between what did you have him at 8 or 9 and not ranked? That's a big,
He was
big
honorable
drop off right
mention.
there,
Honorable
buddy.
mention
Yeah.
to 9 is or 10. What did I say he was?
I'll say the
I don't
biggest issue
remember.
with him this year, last year I stand by it. The efficiency numbers he was doing was insane. The problem is his numbers are nearly identical. 14
Hmm.
touchdowns as opposed to 12, 1,300 yards rushing as opposed to 11 and a half. But it was on the 316 carries as opposed to 228 last year, in 16 games as opposed to 12 last year. And
Hmm.
it was just, the efficiency kind of disappeared. He also had 5 fumbles, which
Yeah,
tied
that's
for the
rough.
league lead. Yeah, for running back, or it was top 5 for running backs.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the eye test, seeing the numbers being pretty much exactly the same from last year looks good, but it's just he had no efficiency or any of the excitement that I had from last year.
Hmm.
Now, I mean, we'll see what happens going forward. The passing game kind of fell off. The Rams had to run the ball a lot more. I mean,
Yeah.
Kupp and Puka combined missed 9 games, so they had to make the adjustment. But without Kupp now, you got Devontae Adams, you got Puka still there. You can
The
get those two
talent's
to stay
there, yeah.
healthy.
For sure.
I mean, he can come back to it. I mean, he was productive. It's just he lost all of his efficiency that made him number 4 last year.
Hmm.
So I think 4 spot drop is fair. Again, it's part of, Gibbs and Robinson went up significant amount. Just those two off the top of my head. But yeah, that's where we're at. So Kyron
Okay.
Williams
Okay.
gets his shout out. I think more importantly is you put him in your top 10, Dakota. So we'll meet in the middle and say I was right.
Sure. I mean, I went from honorable mention to 10. You went from 4 to 8.
Yeah,
Eh.
yeah.
Who's your number 7, Flurry?
Well, let's continue the good transitions. I got Kyron Williams.
Oh shit, look at
There you go. Look at
that.
that.
Now that's a transition.
No, that's a trend. Look at us go, dude. It's like we've done this
Bookends.
before.
Only the fifth time.
I mean, you laid out the case already. He's 316 carries, 1,300 yards, 14 touchdowns. McVay trusts him and is going to make him the bell cow again this year. I think Devontae Adams and Puka, if they can both stay healthy, are going to open up the running game. I think
Oh,
he
for
could
sure.
see improved stats this upcoming year. But yeah, the fumbles, the lack of flair, he could be like a top 5 talent this year. But for right now, I think 7, 8, or 8 for you, Timo. I think that's a good range to put him in.
Yeah, it's like seeing it's like you plating up one of those, like a real fancy dinner. Like, oh, here's this beautiful, Peruvian rare pork sausage with some pureed mashed potatoes or whatever with truffle. And then you look and someone's got a hot dog and like some store-bought Betty Crocker mashed potatoes. They look the same. But if you dive deep into it and start getting to the middle of it, the numbers aren't the same. That's the problem with Kyron Williams.
Sometimes a hot dog hits, you know? I don't
It's
know.
true. Hey, listen, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not as good as like the other version.
Sure, yeah.
Mm, okay. Um, so I'll be curious, Tim. So with my number 7, where he falls in your list. But this man was about 10 minutes ago or so was disrespected by Mr. Flurry. So I have Jonathan Taylor here, number
Hmm.
7.
I'm on your side on this one,
Okay.
surprisingly. I'm with you.
All right. Yeah, I mean he's an interesting case. Like, rookie year, over 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. And then the second year, obviously broke out, 1,800 yards, 18 touchdowns. Went through some injuries and contract dispute stuff the previous 2 years, and then last year, somewhat return to form. I mean, 1,400 yards, fourth best in the league, 11 touchdowns, 4.7 yards per attempt. Um, that team is weird because we thought the Colts were going to be this like wild card team at some point, but they just keep falling apart. Quarterback mainly is the problem. But I think he's been, consistently very good. He has the talent. He's built like a running back you would want on your team, someone who's going to last. Um, I was kind of surprised by this. Um, he's the first running back since Adrian Peterson to produce 6,000 rushing yards and 50 rushing touchdowns in his first 5 seasons. So
Sounds like a top 10 running back to me.
that does sound like a top 10 running back.
It's crazy how these things all come around. Usually, this is the problem. Usually, you and Flurry start intersecting. One of you is on my side and you're correct. The other one is just a confused soul who isn't going against what I say. And then eventually, you both find your way into meet in the middle right where I originally was. So it's good to see you both coming closer to me on these opinions.
Yeah, I think my only slight concern is just he's been dealing with that ankle for I think last year it came up here and there, and hopefully it's that's not like a nagging thing that he has to deal with every season. But other than that, I mean the Colts, like I said, are a bit of a mess, but his talent is definitely top 10. So number 7
Oh,
for me.
yeah. I mean, again, coming with the theme, I'll touch more on it when we get to him, but he's a guy that got paid, and you would look at that offense and immediately say he is by far the most important part to it.
Oh, without question.
Granted, they are in transition, but he makes their offense watchable. I'm going to go keeping with the theme that we were just talking about running backs and the renaissance that we're having. This was a guy that just switched teams, played for a new team this year, a playoff team, and an offense that greatly was improved by his addition. Again, part of what brought Kyron Williams down is certain running backs just made a bigger case for themselves this year. I did not have this guy on my list last year at all, and now he's
Really?
made it up to top 7. I think we're on. Yeah, it's a
7.
7th spot. So I'm going with Josh Jacobs. He's
Interesting.
my number 7. Big year from him, but
Many big years from him. Yeah.
more importantly, you look at the difference. The Packers, good team, playoff team, I think the year before, 22.5 points per game. This year, 27 points per game, and a much better record. And I think they won a playoff game. Or no, Eagles played them in the first round. They lost.
No, not smoked them, but
Silly
yeah, we
me.
took care of them.
But I mean, he had a big year, 300 carries, durable, played every game, 1,300 yards rushing, and astonishing 15 touchdowns. Top 10 numbers, but you know what's funny? When I was looking at all these options, people are always going to point to the Saquon Barkley, the Derrick Henrys, Christian McCaffrey's, even for that reason, the running backs that changed teams and immediately made a difference or turned their teams into Super Bowl contenders. I look at the Josh Jacobs pickup by the Packers as the perfect example of what a good running back can do. Since Jacobs came over in 1 year difference, they were 2 wins better. So the record went from 9-8 to 11-6. Two wins is massive in the NFL. And their scoring per game went up by 5 points from the year before. Like, these are massive jumps. Of course, there's other factors in there, but he was the biggest addition on offense. You got a young quarterback in Jordan Love. Like, having a good running game makes all the difference. Having a guy that can carry the ball 300 times and get nearly 1,500 yards rushing is huge. Having a guy you can trust on in the red zone to score 15 touchdowns is massive. Josh Jacobs was not a top 10 running back for me last year. Went to a much better situation than the dark hole that he was in Vegas. And not only did the Packers get better, but so did he. So yeah, I mean, it echoes everything you're seeing from the running backs resurgence right now. But yeah, Jacobs, definitely a top 10 guy before when he had that big year, and then nice to see him pop back up on this list.
Yeah, I mean, I have him a little higher, but everything you said, I pretty much echo because, I mean, can you even name more than like 2 receivers on that team? Like none of them had 1,000 yards. Their tight end was second in receiving yards on that team.
They just got a whole bunch of guys, like a whole bunch of names. I
They're
think
very,
Josh Jacobs actually got
yeah,
crap because he said the exact same thing.
yeah, they are literally just a bunch of random guys. But I'll save it for when I get to them. So, that was your 7, and then I did my. So now we're at 6.
6. Well, this guy might be a little controversial, but I got Aaron Jones at 6, dude.
Holy shit!
Oh my god!
And I'm thinking,
who's missing from your list?
I'm thinking
Aaron
he's going to have
at
a
6.
bigger.
Wait, hold on. Time out.
A bigger year.
Let me. I'll let you have your.
He's got to have a bigger year. He's like 45.
Aaron Jones is just turned 30. You've been telling me that Derrick Henry is going to fall for the last 3 years for the same exact reason.
We haven't heard Derrick Henry's name yet. He might not be on the list at all.
Aaron Jones this is the highest you've ever had. Aaron Jones. He in your mind, he's now improved since he's hit 30. Derrick Henry, one of the greatest running backs of all time, just keeps getting worse apparently.
He might not be on the list.
This is what I live for.
This is why I'm here, guys. I'm here to spice things up. My hot
truly
takes.
have no idea what you get from. But go ahead. I promised you I'd let you finish.
A Colorado weed is different.
It's good stuff, dude. Well, he had a really good season, man. He had 250 attempts. He had almost 1,200 yards, 4.5 a clip, 7 total touchdowns. I think this year with JJ McCarthy, we could see a new dynamic. If we can have a why is the receiver's name escaping me right now?
Jefferson.
Jefferson. If we can see him open up the running lanes, I can see Aaron Jones taking another step up. He seems a little reignited on the Vikings. I think he's going to have a big year. I think the Vikings overall are going to be improved. I think he's going to have maybe even a top 5 season. We'll see, man. But I think he's going to be. He already had a great year last year. I think you can see his metrics improve going into the season.
I like Aaron Jones. I think last year was a bit of like revenge for him because the Packers basically said, "Yeah, we don't want you, but we're going to give Josh Jacobs all this money." And then, like you said, he went out and I think he exceeded everyone's expectations in Minnesota. Um, but yeah, I don't know if he's going to get better per se, but I mean, it'd be great for my fantasy team. But or actually, no, I traded him, so yeah, it wouldn't do me any more favors. So
Oh,
yeah, he
you were
can
the
just continue
biggest
to.
Aaron Jones supporter in the world, and you traded him. That's a
I
red
got a first
flag
round
right
pick for
there.
him.
Okay.
Did you trade with Flurry?
No.
I would have given
I
up
like.
too.
I mean, I don't know what you were talking about. Like your logic doesn't make any sense. The fact you mentioned JJ McCarthy as part of the reason you're
Yeah, I don't know
excited
where he
for
was
Aaron
going with
Jones. You
that.
haven't seen JJ McCarthy do anything.
Has he played
You
yet?
have no reason to be excited for him. Yeah, like were you this excited when JJ McCarthy was drafted? Did you think this same way? You were like last year going into before he got hurt, you were like Aaron Jones is going to break out because he's playing with this young rookie JJ McCarthy.
I didn't think Aaron Jones was going to have that great of a season. He surprised me, which is partly why I put him so high.
I, I mean, I think he's
I
good. Like I had him at 10. He's definitely not bad. He's always been that consistent runner.
Hmm.
I mean, I think he's just going to give you more of what he is, and that's not bad. But I don't see him succeeding what he's doing. I was surprised he did better than I expected, to be
Yeah.
honest, with the Vikings. Um, but yeah, no, I think that offense in total looked really good last year. We'll see if it keeps going. JJ's got some pressure on him, but I guess Sam Darnold made it work, so maybe JJ can do the same.
think he's going to be better than Sam Darnold.
Uh, Not impossible. Not impossible. I think that system's very helpful. I mean, having just Jefferson, Hawkinson, and what's the guy's name? Addison with Jones. Like it's not a
Addison
bad
too. Yeah,
offense.
yeah.
Yeah. Good coach, not a bad offense. So we'll see. I mean, I don't think he's going to move the needle much more than what Darnold did. I think he could replicate it, but I don't think he's going to be much better. But who knows? I know that Aaron Jones is not a better running back than Jonathan Taylor, but you know.
Jonathan Taylor is like the barometer now. Was he
He
better than
is.
Jonathan Taylor? Yeah, I'm surprised that he wasn't even in my honorable mentions, but he was on both of your lists. That's kind of shocking.
Yeah, that is shocking.
Again,
But
this is like I'm in the what do you call it? A slope on a graph. I'm in the middle. You two are on the opposite ends of me, and then eventually you guys come to your senses and we meet in the middle.
Flurry's
At
just
some point.
the was it the 90-degree angle where it's just like here they're good and then they drop off the cliff. So
There's usually no right or reason behind this because this same logic that is helping Aaron Jones by getting older is hurting Derrick Henry for some reason.
I don't know. I looked at my numbers wrong. So not that I'm going to apologize to Tim, but I actually have Josh Jacobs just one ahead of where you had him. I thought I had him a different number. So he's my number six. Again, I think he's a workhorse. He does get a lot of touches, which I think skews a lot of his stats. But I mean, you can't 1,300 yards, 16 touchdowns. Like I
I
can't
mean, a
knock
4-4
him.
clip is not bad, you know.
No, yeah, no. I mean, and again, I think it's important too when you see a running back go from one team to another. How do they transition? And it's kind of like the case with Aaron Jones. Case with Jacobs is they picked up where they left off. They didn't struggle. I mean, Jacobs led the league a couple years ago in rushing with the Raiders. He's always been like that bruiser. He was Alabama, right? Like
Hmm.
Mhm.
college. He was like a top 10 pick. And so yeah, I think he's not too much more to hit on that you guys didn't already, mentioned, Tim, but I like him. I think he's consistent. I was shocked when he did get paid and went to Green Bay of all places, but it worked out for them because they needed someone to will that offense because without him, you could probably take two wins off that record without him. So, but my number 6, Josh Jacobs.
Well, look at that. That actually fits better because we're just going to flip-flop.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we got to him because I've got so many things that just needs to be fixed and just rechecked. I feel
What
like
was
the fact
yours?
checkers on Twitter. So my number 6 is Jonathan Taylor,
Mm-hmm.
who I would argue is actually too low at number 6. You look
Damn,
at his
you
body of
put him
work,
that low, dude?
you're nuts. So I don't look at everything that Jonathan Taylor. Let's just start with this year.
Go ahead.
14 games,
Mm-hmm.
1,400 yards, 11 touchdowns.
Mm.
Had 300 carries. There's your durability. You guys doing 22 carries a year or
Mm-hmm.
a game. 4.7 clip. You're talking about a guy that can handle volume and does it at an efficient rate, which we talked about with a bunch of these different running backs. We either, punish them for not doing it efficiently or highlighted that this running back might struggle if he handled more of a heavier workload. If you look at his career, Jonathan Taylor, by the way, is only 25. I don't know what
Which is
point,
crazy. Yeah.
I
That
don't
is
know what
crazy.
side of the argument you're with that, Flurry. I know that changes by, the person. But 25, look at his body of work. This year was a win. He's had 2 years, the injury years, 23 and 22, where he had the contract holdout and the injury. He didn't play. He played 11 games and 10 games. Efficiency wise, 4.5, 4.4. Those are the only 2 years of his career he had less than 200 yards, 200 attempts. I'm sorry. The other 3 years included this one. He had over 300 attempts twice and over 200 in his rookie year. His efficiency, 5 flat and then 5.5 per attempt. And then you're talking about 4.7 this year. The guy plays on a very, very mediocre offense. He's been playing on a mediocre offense his entire career. He's been through the recycled wannabe, just about retired Colts quarterbacks of the last 5 years. Your Carson Wentz, your Phillip Rivers, your Matt Ryans. Joe Flacco may have had a cup of coffee with them. To then now he's got Anthony Richardson, who doesn't know how to play football, and Danny Jones.
He can throw a good deep ball, though.
He can throw a good deep ball. I have seen Jamarcus Russell go first overall because he throws a good deep ball. So
absolutely,
that is a very important factor. But if you look into this 5-year career, where his only 2 down years are the years where he was hurt or holding out, and his numbers weren't even that bad, his efficiency number wise, he's never really been in a bad year. He's played on bad offenses.
Do you have injury concerns with him? Because I think
I do.
Has he ever played a full season?
He did in his second year. And then, he did his rookie year as well. I mean, am I concerned that a guy over 14 games managed 22 carries a game and, one over 14?
He missed time last year too.
The dude still had 300 attempts. That's
I know,
like the top 5 highest in the league. What do you
agree.
mean?
But
the guy can handle 300 attempts and get hurt. I don't know where your logic matters. Like his numbers weren't affected by getting hurt,
don't have any concern about his injury history, the fact that he's played 1 full season. No, you don't.
No,
okay.
Not at all. His rookie year, he played 15 games. I don't remember what was going on his rookie year. Maybe he sat because he was hurt, or maybe he sat because, I don't know, he wasn't starting yet. He wasn't a first-round draft pick. But I would count that as a full year. But he's got 2 seasons of 300-plus carries. He's 25. What am I concerned about? Which example do you want me to give that I should be concerned about? Because when a guy can play 14 games and put up 300 attempts, I'm not bothered. He gives you rushing numbers of the olden days. 300 attempts is rare. 22 carries a game is impossible.
For sure.
No,
a 4.7 clip is insane. He went double-digit touchdowns 3 of the 5 years. Those 2 years weren't even bad, and they would have been better if he just played more of the games. And that was it. Part of it was the contract holdout.
I think without a doubt he is a top 10 running back. However, I do agree with what Flurry is saying that the injury concerns are real. I mean, he rookie year 15 games, then sophomore year 17, then 11, then 10, 14 last year.
Games. What? Like that was a 16-game season. That's 1 game.
That's still 1 game.
You don't even know what he missed it for.
I don't know.
He could have had a son. He could have had a daughter. He could have
got definitely wasn't the
stadium.
reason. No.
They could have made the playoffs, and he just
You're
sat
just
that
saying
game.
shit now, dude.
You have nothing to back this up with. This is what you come in with, some mindless nonsense that you just pick and choose.
The injury history is empirical data, bro. I don't know what you mean. That's
empirical
not
data.
conjecture.
Okay, that's a word. Yeah.
How is the
injury concern
Wisconsin?
that bad when you played 14 games and have 300 plus carries? That's what I want to know. 300 plus carries. Take away the games. If I took away the games,
I asked if you had any injury concerns. It sounds like you don't, despite the fact he's only played one full year. It's just a question, Timo.
I grade the guy on what he does when he has the ball.
hurt his pride.
Listen, I grade the guy off of what he does when the ball's in his hands. You grade him off of whether he shows up on time. And
I'm taking everything into account here, Timo.
If I took away 200 yards and knocked off 50 carries, but he played all 17 games, would your opinion of his change?
If he didn't get hurt?
He played all 17 games, but I knock off 200 yards and 50 carries.
Well, that wouldn't affect his efficiency. It just means he didn't get the carries. I mean, the injury history is real, bro.
This is the argument.
That ankle injury he had lasted like 2 seasons, man.
I'm pretty sure he's also been on the injury report for like every limb that's on your body, like ribs, arm, neck, ankle, knee.
That holdout season he didn't have bad stats because of a holdout. It's because his ankle was still bothering him the following year.
Jarring something insane, which I can't rule out with you two. I'm assuming Christian McCaffrey is going to be rated top 5 on both the lists. Talk about a guy with injury. He's older than Jonathan Taylor.
Agree.
Are you not worried about Christian McCaffrey? Because when Jonathan Taylor plays, he puts up elite numbers.
You know what? Actually, let me take this opportunity to have a nice smooth transition here. Because my number 5,
buddy, I'm not done. Get away with your transition.
You're done.
You're done.
You have
my number 5, guy.
The logic you say, everything
you
guys have said has been wrong. The efficiency is there. The production is there.
I had him at 7. I'm with you. I'm just, the injuries are a concern.
I thought I was going to be low at number 6. Honestly, I thought 6 was a stretch.
Didn't stretch it enough, my guy.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor.
He didn't stretch enough.
Jonathan Taylor has proven me right already once in this series. He's going to do it again next year.
Okay.
So let's just bookmark it on that.
The house on
the two of you haven't formed any logical thoughts on why he should not be higher on this list. Besides the fact he's got an ankle history from 2 years ago.
Anyways, like I was saying, my number 5 is a guy you just hit on, Christian McCaffrey, who in a healthy season obviously is like top 2, 3. But it is concerning. You know, I think you look at his, like here, for example, I'm just going over like his yards from scrimmage, and you can tell by what seasons he got injured on. You have 1,000 his rookie year, then 1,900 his second year, career high 2,300. Mind you, this is with the Panthers, his third year, then 300, then 700. Oh, back to 1,800, up then 600. Oh, back to 1,200. Oh, 2,000, back down to 300. So his whole entire career will always be plagued with injury. But when he is healthy, when he is on, he is one of the best that I've ever watched in my 30 years on this earth, 31 years on this earth. But it is very hard to evaluate where he's at, how he's going to hold up, especially considering that 49ers offense took a step back this offseason. I mean, Trent Williams is getting older. He's still great, but he is getting older. That line was not phenomenal last year. Purdy didn't look as good last year, so we'll see. But I mean, I don't need to dig into other stats about McCaffrey. He's historically been one of the best running backs of the last 20 years. So,
can I just interject on one thing?
Sure. There we go. We're done on Jonathan Taylor. By the way,
just want to highlight that Christian McCaffrey is 29 years old. Jonathan Taylor's 25. I guess it didn't matter with Aaron Jones, but apparently it has for the last 3 years in Derrick Henry. And I just want to circle another thing. In the last 6 years, Christian McCaffrey had only 3 seasons where he played more games than Jonathan Taylor's career low. Let's just hold that and digest that a little bit. Are you
telling me that Jonathan Taylor's better than Christian McCaffrey?
I feel like that's what I'm hearing.
I think it's insane that you would use the argument to keep Jonathan Taylor down that you use to prop Christian McCaffrey up.
Let's stop propping him up. That's the only reason he's not number 1, my guy.
I mean, okay, wait. So 100% healthy Jonathan Taylor, 100% healthy Christian McCaffrey. Who are you picking?
No
Oh,
brainer. Timo, don't fuck this up.
oh, I have Christian McCaffrey ranked higher than Jonathan Taylor. That's
So what
not
are we
what I was
doing?
saying.
Yeah, what
I
are
was
you
saying,
arguing then?
listen,
Timo, what
you're
kind of
picking and
tea you
choosing.
drinking over there?
You are picking and choosing. When you rank Christian McCaffrey, you have no
This,
issue ignoring his injury
Dakota, this is
history.
what happens when you have a diet consisting of beans and
Oh my
tuna.
God. You're
Beans,
picking and choosing when you
beans
want to
and
imply
toast.
Beans and tuna.
this is the same reason why Derrick Henry, I think, was rated lower last year than where you have Aaron Jones this
I
year.
can't wait till you come out to visit me, Timo, so I can shove Coors Light down your throat till you
Oh
make
boy,
sense.
dude. I mean, I guess if I
Till you
go
finally
drink
make
enough
sense.
of them, I can see Aaron Jones looking like Barry Sanders.
That's yeah. He just had drank so many. Oh, is that Aaron Jones?
Is that-
Oh,
well, I mean, I'm gonna piggyback over the Dakota. He's my number 5 too.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's basically out of respect. I mean, he missed like the
Yeah.
entire year last year with the Achilles tendonitis,
Really,
which was crazy.
really bad injury.
For like the first 8 weeks of the season, it's like, oh, he's coming back next week, and then he just
no.
didn't.
Yeah, he was in like Dubai seeing a specialist or some
That
crazy
that was
shit. Like,
crazy.
yeah,
That was crazy. He went overseas to see a specialist.
yeah, that's
It reminds
concerning.
me of when Andrew Luck went for his shoulder in like Germany or wherever the
But
hell
you
he
really
went.
love the Colts, huh?
Andrew Luck. That's such a. Every time I hear that name, it's
Well,
so
no, it's
upsetting.
not. When you go international for healing, it's
It's
not
never
good.
Yeah.
a good sign.
Aaron
Yeah,
Luck,
no.
Andrew Luck, I think retired the next year.
He just got bored. He's like, you know what? I don't want to play anymore. But
Yeah. Well, McCaffrey, nothing really much to say. His stats, I can't point to anything last year. It's a pattern. Either he gets hurt or he has like the number one season as a running back. You know what I mean? So it's all going to depend on his availability. And, the Niners did take a step back, but they still got Shanahan. He's going to scheme up McCaffrey if he's healthy. If he plays a full 17-game season, no reason he can't be top 3 in stats, but the injury history is not good. I thought after, he left Carolina, he might be donezo, playing 7 games and then 6 games. But he did have a durable season 2023, so it's possible. We'll see.
I mean, overall,
he's up and down.
his carries are down from when he was in Carolina, but they're still, I mean, 272 was the 2023 season, which is very close to his career high of 287 with Carolina. So, I mean,
and 5.4 clip.
Yeah.
He's using the receiving game a lot more with the Niners, from what I remember. The Panthers were never creative enough to use him.
He had a 1,000-yard receiving year. What do you mean? On the Panthers.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that doesn't count though.
Yeah, talk about like a guy who is your entire team.
People, you cannot be the man of logic and then say things like that, dude.
Oh, stop. No, I mean, what I'm saying is he's used much more creatively in the Niners than he was in the Panthers.
Do you like how
he's grown into it with the Niners?
Do you like how he was downplaying Christian McCaffrey to upplay Jonathan Taylor, but he didn't even mention Christian McCaffrey yet, which means he has him higher still.
Nothing's making sense, man. I haven't had nearly enough light.
Too much beans in his brain.
The logic here is that you are using the injury defense to hurt Jonathan Taylor, but you're using it to prop Christian McCaffrey up. You are using.
That's not propping him up, my guy.
Injury is a very real thing to consider. I mean,
it seems to be a bigger hindrance for Jonathan Taylor than it does McCaffrey. I'm even.
Who's your number 5?
My number 5, I went with, I guess, actually, first time seeing him, because I don't think either of you have him. Breakout year guy. Big part of that really, really good Detroit offense. Going with the Lightning to the Thunder. Or was it Sonic and Knuckles? I forget which one we're going with now. There's been so many. I'm going Jahmyr Gibbs here.
Okay.
I mean, we touched on Christian McCaffrey. I mean, he's, Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara. They're not giving up the baton yet, but I mean, Gibbs and Bucky Irvin are ready for it. The guy was awesome. The 20 touchdowns he scored was pretty insane.
Yeah.
16 rushing too. For a guy that's not very big, he ran the ball really well. 250 attempts. That's insane for a guy with his build. He had 1,400 yards rushing. We talking about Alvin Kamara's entire career, how he just has never been able to get over 1,000 yards rushing. And, Gibbs is almost 2 for 2. He missed the rookie season by 55 yards. But then you factor in his rushing game, his receiving game numbers, just complete efficiency there, complete
Yeah.
impact, 52, 517. He's like 10 yards of reception. Like this guy's got after catch ability. He can line up wherever you want to put him. Doesn't even need to be in the backfield. I will say it helps, I think, being on an offense with Detroit where there's just so many playmakers. You can't have any chance of covering all of them. But I mean, he's just a huge part of that. It's the same argument I made with golf. I'm not going to punish him for being a part of a great offense. I mean, Gibbs deserves a lot of credit. I think he's the best skill player on the team. And I think that he's just going to be, the offense is just going to build around him more. But great situation. I don't think he needs to be a 3-down guy. Him and Montgomery are great together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd be curious to see if the offense keeps going with Ben Johnson out. They're too talented not to, but like we said with McCaffrey, it takes a lot of creativity to make, one, keep everyone happy, and two, make all the pieces work as well as they did in Detroit last year.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my number 5.
Okay. I have him a little higher, but
As do I.
all right. Fleur, who's your number 4?
Number 4, I'm going Josh Jacobs. I mean, we already talked about it, but he took over the bell cow role for Green Bay, and he's not like the same impact Saquon had on the Eagles, but like a lesser version of that. Adding him, I mean, like you said, Dakota, at least added 2 wins to the record. He had 300 carries and didn't miss a game, Timo. How about that for durability?
Oh, okay.
1,300 yards, and
he needed 3 more games to do it. I don't know how this helps your argument. 300 carries in
hang on,
4 games is impressive.
4.4 yards a carry, and he also
That's less than Jonathan Taylor. Oh, I'm sorry. I just keep blurting out things. Go on. Sorry.
Man, that British tea is rotting your brain, Timo.
Oh yeah, apologize. It slipped.
He had 300 receiving yards too at 9.5 average. That's also awesome. I didn't even realize how good and efficient he was in the receiving game. I think the Packers, they're not quite an elite team, but I think Jordan Love's gonna continue to take a step forward if they can keep the momentum going. I see Josh Jacobs having another really good year. He is their bell cow, man. Like A.J. Dillon fell off a cliff. I don't know what happened to that guy, but he's not even factoring in anymore.
He's backing up Saquon now.
Yeah, I say Eagle great.
Eagle great. 15 touchdowns too. I mean, this guy, I didn't think he was that good coming into the league. His first 4 years on the Raiders, but then he had that 1,600-yard season. The next season wasn't that great either. I mean, he had 3.5 yards a carry that year. And then last year he stepped it up again. I think he's going to continue to do so. And if Green Bay can continue the momentum and Jordan Love can take another step forward, I think he'll have another great year.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I had him at 6, so not too far off. But
yeah, he's not, much. I mean, you've had much worse takes than this, so I'm fine with it.
I'll just roll right off into Tim just talked about him. My number 4, Jahmyr Gibbs. I think what's also something to consider is that he averaged 80 yards per game on the ground, 83.1 yards per game on the ground. Also averaged 30 yards per game in the air. So, that's a quick math there. That's about 110 yards total that he's accounting for. And you pointed out, Tim, that's a stacked offense. You got Laporta, you got Amon-Ra St. Brown, you got Williams, you got Montgomery is also taking carries from Jahmyr Gibbs. So the fact that he's able to put up such gaudy numbers and the amount of places they have to spread that ball out is pretty crazy. I do expect a slight drop off for that entire team because of the loss of Ben Johnson. Like we'll see how because I don't think Dan Campbell was calling any offensive plays. I think he's very much the Nick Sirianni where he's like the rah-rah guy. He's going to get people ready, but he's not
culture setter.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's not calling plays. So we'll see how they adapt to a new play caller. But watching him play he's one of the most fun players to watch.
Oh, for sure.
He's so fast, so explosive. And he's like, I don't want to say slimy, but he just gets around people.
Slimy's a good word.
Like he just gets
like
around
that.
people. It's crazy. Like you think like, oh, he's about to get tackled here, and then like he finds like that second gear and just is gone or will like slip through, make a crazy cut. Um, yeah, he's exciting, and he's only 23, so he's got
It's
as long
true.
as he
Yeah.
5'9", 200 pounds, a little bit of a small frame, but as long as he keeps himself healthy and upright, man, he's scary, scary. Watch out for the league. So he's my number four.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate it. My number four. I specifically put him in number four. God, I made this um analogy already about the baton being handed off.
Okay.
So I went number four. I went McCaffrey.
Okay.
I had him just one spot ahead of Gibbs because
Interesting.
Gibbs is a great part of that offense. I think he's the best player on that offense. But Christian McCaffrey is the offense. And he was the offense in a lot of places he went to. That Niners offense, I don't care about Ayuk. I don't care about Debo. I don't care about Purdy. Christian McCaffrey was that offense. And you got more proof of it but when he got hurt and the whole thing fell apart. In Carolina, he was the offense there. You didn't have anyone even close to helping him. I agree. The injury concern is the only thing that matters. Like, I'm not going to go and rattle off stats or anything. I will point out that he did play a couple games. At that point, the Niners were 4-4 when he came back. He played a couple games. They lost two of them. Could he have played if it was a better season? I think he could have played more, but they kind of knew the Niners weren't going anywhere. Why waste it? Shut him down. I think this year he comes back and he's healthy. You know,
Hmm.
I'm not a doctor. I have no reason to say that. We touched on international health visits are always concerning.
Yes.
But going off of, he pretty much had all year off last year. Again, I think they would have played him more if they were good. I'm rolling with it that he stays healthy, he has a big year. If not, then I think we've probably seen the best of Christian McCaffrey. I don't see the resurgence coming from a guy if he can't put it together now. It's almost, I wouldn't say now or never, but with his injury history, you kind of need to see him get another healthy year, not 2 years down when you're trying to make a comeback at 30.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I will say not to slight McCaffrey because, like I said, he's one of the best to do it of recent memory. But Jordan Mason did come in and average 5.2 yards per carry, had 800 some yards, three touchdowns. So they weren't. He's obviously not the same playmaker that McCaffrey is, and defenses don't have to adjust and make entire game plans for him. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how he does. I mean, he seems to. I saw clips of him in training camp that he's been, running around doing flips and shit. So we'll see how long he
Yeah, I
lasts.
mean,
But I agree.
relax.
I think we've seen his best. I don't think he's
I mean,
ever
we also
gonna.
saw him. Mason only had 150 carries. It's.
Yeah,
I'd hardly say that. Yeah, that
I don't
efficiency,
even
the
think they
5.2 is
re-signed him.
good, but yeah, double the amount of carries and let's see how that holds up.
No, I agree.
Um,
But
Now McCaffrey, when he's there, he is the offense.
yeah,
Like, I know they had a lot
on
of
any
talent.
team, he would be the
Mhm.
offense. Yeah,
Oh, he's been the offense every year he's been healthy.
yeah.
Like, Gibbs is great, and I think he's the best player, but McCaffrey's like been the guy.
Okay. All right then. Shall we crack open top
Top tree.
three? Top of tree.
Well, to
Good.
start it off, I got Bijan Robinson at number 3.
All right.
And
I also have him at number three. So good looks.
Me too.
oh, hell yeah.
Are we looking at the
Oh,
same
well,
top three?
okay, okay.
Well, you know what? Proud of you, Flurry. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You finally came around
Sometimes
to it. You finally
I
came
can
around
shock
to it.
people.
I don't want to jump the gun, but I'm proud of you for finally coming to your senses. Because when Aaron Jones started, I was like, oh boy, where's
Oh,
this one
boy.
going? Yeah. All right, go ahead. We'll talk about Robinson before we get all giddy.
Well, Robinson, he's awesome, man. He had nearly 2,000 yards total. He had 14 rushing touchdowns, only one receiving touchdown, but great receiving stats, 400 yards, 7.1 a clip. I think he's going to be probably in the most heavily run offense in the league again. I think he's going to see another elite year. Yeah, I mean, he's poised to have he's like 23, 24 right now. I think he's entering
23,
his
yeah.
prime. I think he's going to have another step forward. 300 carries last year. I could see him getting even more this year. They want to feed that rock to him, so I don't see him having any competition in terms of carries either.
Yeah, you look at his game, you have something for everyone. One, he
Mm,
stayed healthy. 2
yeah.
years now, he's not missed a game. His attempts went up by 100, 214 the first year, 304 this year. His efficiency, he went even 4.6 to 4.8 from the rookie year to this year.
Yeah, dude.
4.8 on 300 carries is insane.
It's
You know,
nuts.
14 rushing touchdowns. That was the big thing he was missing the year before. Granted, the Falcons hardly are this world-dominating offense. They got a solid offensive line. Their quarterback is in shambles. I mean, they got some players that are nice, but he is the offense. Like, I mean, he is everything you thought he was going to be coming out. It's just amazing how the just mediocrity that is the Falcons has not held him back at all. I think they get a new coach or a new coordinator. I can't remember. I think they got someone new. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. Or I think Arthur Smith left after his first year. Yeah, I mean, he's already settled in the system, but yeah, I mean, this is a guy. If he didn't have two just arguably greatest rushing seasons ever, by a running back, he'd probably be top 2. But this is the way of life. The king of the jungle has not given up the throne just yet, Bijan.
This might be kind of bold. He kind of reminds me of like a Marshall Faulk. Like a kind of do it all, bell cow.
Yeah.
But I think the only one thing that does concern me, and this could just be a part of that offense. They do have some great run blocking offensive linemen, but he only had one run over 30 yards. So that's a little concerning. I mean, not to toot his horn too much, but Saquon Barkley had 10 over 30 yards.
I mean, that's a big factor of the team you're on.
I know, but like you want him to be. That sounds like he's just like a grinded out guy. Again, could be due to the Falcons' offense, but you would like to see a little more explosive plays that kind of break open the game type of play. But I think overall, like he's improved. He's a consistent runner. My favorite actually stat, one fumble. That's it. Just one fumble.
I left that one out.
Yeah.
I mean, the big plays will come when you're not on offense with Kirk Cousins who can't move or a rookie quarterback that has been unproven. So, I mean, if Penix could be a decent quarterback, if Drake London's a good guy. I've so far off the Kyle Pitts band. Like, that ship is
I want to buy back in so bad.
No, you don't. Don't hurt yourself. It's not going to work out. But I mean, the big runs will come. Like when you have 8 guys in the box and everyone knows that the quarterback can't throw the ball downfield, you're never going to get a deep run. But if they could actually improve that offense, it's amazing what Bijan Robinson could be.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
So are we in unison on the top 1 and 2? If so, then Flurry, kick us off at 2 because it'd make me so happy listening to this. And I just want you to start by, I know I have been throwing a lot of dirt on his name, but I am a foolish person who finally came to their senses. Something around those lines. I can help you write it out if you want.
I'm not really sure what you're referring to, Timo.
Okay.
It's not really.
Can I get
when he said he was going to jump off a cliff? The cliff is so high that he's still kind of like in the air.
He's still.
He hasn't fell yet, so he's still.
That's true. Yeah. He's still in the works, but go ahead.
Well, it's not who you think it is.
Wow.
It's Jahmyr Gibbs.
Wait.
Didn't you already have him?
We have one. We have one spot left. He didn't have him on his entire list.
Oh my gosh!
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I have a top 10 list of the top 10 best running backs.
Oh my god!
Jahmyr Gibbs, nearly 2,000 yards.
Oh my god!
I was getting a little weird because I was like, I swear there's somebody missing.
And then you said Jahmyr Gibbs. I don't think there is.
I don't think I don't care about hearing Jahmyr Gibbs. Can we just get to me and go to this top 2? Because I honestly don't care about Jahmyr Gibbs. Can you use any rational doubt and tell me why Derrick Henry would not be a top 10 running back? Now he's completely off your list, which is completely insane.
Derrick who?
Yeah.
Henry? Is he related to Hunter Henry? I'm not sure if I'm familiar.
Yeah, distant brothers. Yeah.
Cousins maybe.
Please, let me have the argument, please. I'd be thrilled to know.
I can't confront this willingly, so I decided not even to include him on my list.
Can I just point out that Aaron Jones is the same age as Derrick Henry?
No.
Derrick Henry probably has more yards in a season than Aaron Jones has in his career.
Derrick Henry,
and Aaron Jones
I can't believe
are
this.
11
Timo, I'm
months
too deep in
separating.
now, bro. I can't turn back. I'm sorry.
11 months. 11 months.
You know what it is?
That's nearly a pregnancy.
He's just hoping that one of these years, what he's saying will come true.
At some point, I gotta be right.
So when we do our top 10 in 10 years from now, he doesn't have to worry about mentioning Derrick Henry because he'll probably be retired.
Listen, I appreciate. I'm all for you. Stand your ground. Do whatever you want. But the Aaron Jones inclusion was the icing on your
No Jonathan
ridiculous
Taylor,
logic.
no Derrick Henry
Like
is
they're the same age.
bananas.
When Derrick Henry was born, Aaron Jones' parents got together, probably conceived Aaron Jones in celebration, and he popped out just a couple months later. Your logic doesn't make sense.
Oh man,
You got a problem with Jahmyr Gibson too, bro?
I can't believe this tomfoolery.
I don't even know where to start. Like poor Jahmyr Gibbs is just not even going to get mentioned.
Can't believe you're just trying to brush over Jahmyr Gibbs. It's crazy.
I'll give you a start. You have a minute to give your defense on Jahmyr Gibbs at 2, and then we're gonna move on.
It's a pretty big argument, man. He had nearly 2,000 yards total, 20 touchdowns. I mean, the guy is splitting carries too with Montgomery.
Yeah,
If the guy had a full workload, I mean, he probably would have rushed for 2,000 yards. Maybe even
He
had
probably
1,000.
would miss 4 games.
He what?
He'd be missing like 4 games a season if that was the case.
he'd be on crutches.
There's only certain players that can handle 300 carries in the back-to-back years, and you're about to hear about them.
Oh, I'm sorry. How many games did he miss last year, Timo?
Who, Jahmyr Gibbs?
Yeah.
Oh, well, he also didn't touch the ball 300 times, so there's your answer.
He actually might have. How many receiving? He did. He had 302 touches.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant rushing attempts. Apologize.
Man. At 9.9 average for each receiving, 5.6 for a rushing attempt. The guy is just unbelievably electric. I mean, that's my argument. I think he could be number one in stats depending on how many carries and how many touches he gets.
I mean, yeah, he's good. I have a number
Yeah,
4.
that's all you can say. Just silence.
uh, so Derrick Henry, what is the beef?
I dug myself a hole. You ever see that movie Holes?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like Stanley
Yelnats, right?
Yeah, I'm like Stanley Yelnats on his first day, and he can't get out.
Fair enough. Listen, I'll give you credit. Like you stick to your ignorance,
Stand on business.
I guess I appreciate. Although you didn't have Najee Harris in your top 10, so I'm calling bullshit on that. You're not a loyal person.
Jaylen Warren
he's not a Steeler.
Jaylen Warren hasn't been mentioned yet, so he could be number 1. I mean, go ahead, Tim. Break it open.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also dumb, but it was the Aaron Jones for me. That's what it was. Just Aaron Jones is just unexcusable. He's literally the same age.
I don't know if Aaron Jones is more inexcusable than
I feel bad.
Henry.
Well, no. It's the Derrick Henry, of course, is inexcusable. It's the fact that Aaron Jones made it in the top 10, which just makes the Derrick Henry situation.
He's like number 5.
That's a good running back right there, bro.
Well, your only argument about Derrick Henry is his age. Aaron Jones got boosted, and he's the same exact age. No? Okay, we'll let it go.
If I were to include Derrick Henry on my list, I'd have to go back on everything I said the last 3 years, and just can't.
The 3 constants in life: death, taxes, and Fluri saying that Derrick Henry's not top 10.
I mean, so I'm gonna move past. We've talked so much about Derrick Henry each season. What I'm gonna do is we're just gonna talk because at this point, I mean, there's probably like I don't know, like 8, probably like 7 or 8, because you got about like at least 2 quarterbacks that walk in right now, Hall of Famers, they end their career right now. I'd probably say there's like maybe 6 or 7 players. Derrick Henry is one of them. Without even a question, he walks in first ballot into the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to ignore the fact is this season that he had was amazing. Let's look at his numbers because they rival top 10 numbers all time. He's number 7 in all-time rushing touchdowns in NFL history.
Nuts.
He is 19 most rushing yards in NFL history.
Nuts.
He has got the 12th highest yards per carry in NFL history with 4.9.
Nuts.
Like these stats are just bananas. This guy's doing it while he's also at his peak. He is in his prime.
Wasn't Flurry talking about last year about his yards per attempt was bad, and he had 5.9 this year?
I forget. He's had so many horrible takes. I can't keep track of which is which. Yeah, the guy, yeah, 5.9. Just an
Nuts.
insane number. It's just infallible. He's had like nearly 6 yards per carry. This was his best season, I think, of his entire career. And that includes the awesome ones that he had with Tennessee.
Yeah.
Like the guy's making an argument. He's coming off his best season ever, and he can move himself higher in all these all-time numbers. He's easily going to be top 10 in most rushing yards ever. He's 9 spots away, and he's probably going to be top 5, in rushing touchdowns by the time he ends his career.
But he's on the Ravens, so I feel like that knocks him down
I
like
don't understand
several
the logic
pegs.
there.
I'm a
Where's the
Steelers
logic
fan.
in that one? Oh yeah, that
I
you
mean,
know what?
didn't Lamar
Now I
Jackson
get
have
it.
1,000 rushing yards? So wouldn't that work against Derrick Henry?
That is true. That is
But
true.
yeah, he still performs.
Yeah.
He's on the
I
Dirty Birds.
I
The
don't know.
fact that the fact that he's a Raven and he's 30, it's
Disgusting.
it's a miracle that he was
It
even
made me
mentioned.
nauseous before this podcast thinking about it. That's why I was delayed.
Now you have to look back. Davon A-Chain over Derrick Henry makes a lot of sense now. You look back, it does make sense.
Oh
See?
boy.
Kenneth
Yeah.
Walker, actually, I've always thought was better than Derrick Henry, too.
Yeah, I think so too. Timo, we're
Finally
finally
coming to
vibing.
it, finally getting to it. Talk about healthy. The guy's not missed a single game in 3 years.
Yeah, I don't at some point, yeah, he will not be a top 10 player, and it'll probably be when he is retired. But
That's
I
Jesus.
can't wait to gloat that year. Dude.
I'll put him in my top 10 just to spite you.
Oh God, yeah,
When he
yeah.
retires.
His phantom is gonna get 1,000 yards. But I mean, yeah, it's crazy to me that very few teams wanted to sign him last offseason, and the Cowboys were one of them that had no interest, which is hilarious.
Jerry
Um,
Jones is a cancer for that team, and it's
he is.
glorious.
I mean, now Micah Parsons
Insane.
wants to get traded, but yeah,
It's glorious.
it is great cinema.
Well, he's about to do the same thing. And it's hard to sign Derrick Henry when you spend all off season dealing with CD Lamb's contract holdout, just like the year before when they spent
Mm,
all off season dealing with Dak Prescott, and the year
And
before that when they spent
and
all
now
off
this year it's
season dealing
Michael
with Ezekiel
Parsons, dude.
Elliott. Yeah,
It's every year.
every year they just spend another year holding out with one of their players. So it's tough to sign anyone, really.
yeah. But I mean, he was about. I feel like there's a couple players we've been saying on here that are like, they did better than we expected. I did not expect Derrick Henry to have the same this insane production. Uh, I knew that, a run first offense like the Ravens was going to be good for him, but Lamar takes so many runs and he is getting older, so you would think at some point, maybe the injury bug will get to him or, you know, he'll start to degrade, won't be as fast. No, most missed tackles last year at 89. Second most runs of 10 yards or more with 53. So I think he is A-okay. I think he is not, unless it becomes apparent at some point, he's probably going to be one of those running backs that all of a sudden he's just not good. Like he's way too talented right
What
now
would you call that?
and way too probably falling off a cliff. But like the way his career is going, like it would have to be. I don't see him degrading slowly. Like it just has to be like, unfortunately, like an injury happens or something, and he just loses his sense of what he was because there's no way this guy is just gonna deteriorate. He's not even from Earth. I'm pretty sure. That's part of the reason why he's just so good. But yeah, at 31, King Henry, our number two. Well, we're gonna pencil in you as number two as well because you're on some kind of crack fiend. But
Yeah, so I mean, can we, depending, unless you have something insane, Flurry, and we got to check this first, can we
should
commence
we
the
should
Saquon
we
Barkley circle
let
jerk?
him say number one just so we know we're in a
Yeah,
safe place? Who's your
All
number
right, my
one?
number one. I think it's consensus. I feel like we're all on the same vibe. Jalen Warren. He's now
Yep.
got the backfield to
Yep.
himself.
Yep. There it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
we were missing it.
No, it's Saquon Barkley, of course, bro. The
Oh, there
guy
we go.
is. I forget the stats. You just show me that video of him doing the backwards hurdle. I'm all right.
Oh
That's
yeah.
the best running back in the league.
Yeah, just true. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's an absolute game changer. I mean, he should have won like MVP. I get it's
Yeah.
a
Oh,
quarterback
for
award.
sure.
But like he's the epitome of what running backs do on good teams. He took them from a first round exit, first round playoff to a absolute juggernaut. They just destroyed the dynasty of the Chiefs in the playoffs.
This was the prospect that we saw coming out of Penn State, like being fulfilled now on the
Oh
Eagles.
yeah. He's like, it's one of those things that running backs have going against them is they can't do much if they're on a bad team. If they have no quarterback, if the coaching is abysmal, the offensive line is trash, and there's no defense so that they can't run the ball because they got to constantly be throwing the ball to make up for games, they can't be effective. And Saquon Barkley is a talent where you're like, wow, how could they have possibly held him back? But that's credit to the Giants. They are very awful. That they are that bad that they can hold back incredible talent like Saquon Barkley. And then when he gets released into a much better organization, look what happens. 2,000 yards of Super Bowl. I don't think it gets better than that. Truly,
that, what was it? The sweep to the left where he just fucking got a touchdown like every time they ran that play, it seemed.
Oh yeah. It just he's like, so he's deceiving because he's like kind of big, but then like he's really fast. And he's super agile. Like he just has, and he can catch, he can block. He's just like the perfect running back. And he really cemented why he was taken so high when he got drafted by the Giants. Um, and actually to hit on Derrick Henry one more time, looking at the year he won Offensive Player of the Year when he had 2,100 yards from scrimmage and 17 rushing touchdowns. He was averaging 126.7 yards per game. Mind you, that's on a Titans team that had like nobody else, right?
yeah.
Saquon Barkley had 125.3 rushing yards per game on a team with AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, and Jalen Hurts running the ball. That's insane.
Yeah.
That is actually insane. But yeah, it is very nice. I haven't been this excited about an Eagles running back obviously since like LaShawn McCoy. But even McCoy, I mean, McCoy was phenomenal, but I don't know if I've ever seen numbers like this from an Eagles running back. So it's crazy. And all the like the amount of big play. I don't know if I ever watched like a running back have so many big plays either.
Dude, it's crazy.
Every time you touch the ball, you're like, this could be 3 yards. This could be 93 yards. I don't know, but it's a beauty to witness. It was a
Dude,
great story.
5.8 on 345 carries is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's yeah. There's no
Wait, can we touch back? 5.8 is nuts, but 5.9 is also crazy.
5.9 is pretty good. I
5.9
would
is pretty
argue.
good.
Yeah, it's
I
all
would argue
right.
that's
It's
top
not.
10.
It's a 9. 5.9 just doesn't sound as good.
Yeah. You got to pick and choose your arguments.
You know, Aaron Jones had 4.5. That's pretty. I mean, that's pretty good.
That's
Right?
pretty
Poor Aaron
good.
Jones just catching strays out here.
I love Aaron Jones, but yeah, I can't do that. Yeah, there's really, I mean, some of these players, like I said, CMC, Derrick Henry, and now Saquon. I mean, Saquon's always been in that top 10 range, even when he's with the Giants. It's just he had those injury concerns. But I mean, he stayed healthy. I think they managed him well, even though he did have, 300 plus carries. Um, but yeah, like I said, I hit on it a couple times, but most runs of 10 yards or more, 55 times. 55 times he had a run over 10 yards. That doesn't even make sense to me.
I know.
Like, how's there enough time in the game for you to do that? But he's number one.
Like you said, on that Eagle squad is loaded with talent. I mean, Jalen Hurts vultures so many touchdowns too, and he's still
yeah.
13 rushing
Yeah,
touchdowns.
you take away like half or give him like 5 of Jalen's touchdowns. That already adds to his craziness. But yeah, it's
Hey, but
crazy.
he's the perfect top and end to this highly debated, very suspect, insane, a third well-educated. Give myself. Actually, Dakota, you were okay today. You're okay, huh? I say instead of debating with 2 lunatics, I only debated 1 today.
I will say my last hit on Barkley too, because I just saw this one. Mentioned the big plays. 7 times he had a run over 60 yards. Only
Dude,
two.
that's nuts.
That is
only
insane.
only 2 players have ever done that. Adrian Peterson, Jim
wow.
Brown.
Wow.
That's a pretty good company.
That's good company right there.
Pretty good company.
That's crazy.
Actually, no, wait, that's a lie. I'm sorry. They came in second compared to him. They only did it 4 times in a season.
Jeez.
So that even makes it even crazier.
Can't wait for him to break it this year.
Yeah. So Saquon number 1, Henry right there 2. We'll see what's going on with CMC. And apparently the world needs to be put on notice that Devin Achane and Aaron Jones are the next all-pro running backs to take the reins. So
I mean, okay, I get the Aaron Jones trash, but you don't like A-Chain?
not over 12 other players. I don't know.
I think he's an elite talent, man. I think if they're going to use him heavily this year.
We'll see how that one goes.
Well, Flurry is always it was entertaining, if nothing else.
That's what I'm here for.
I don't think I learned anything. But thanks for joining, and
thanks for having me.
Yeah,
another pleasure as always.
Another year in the books.
Comedic appearances.
I need to somehow send this to Derrick Henry so he can just be like, you know what, I needed that little bit of extra motivation.
Send him his address.
He shows
I want him to show up to his house.
And then they were best friends. All right.
Yeah. All right. I'll talk to you.
Gang.
Peace.
Peace.